Today I bring something different for you to watch, copy, and apply. Usually I tell stories or talk a little bit about a subject, but today is much more technical. I literally just woke up, set up the studio, and press record because I felt I needed to share this. And no, the title is not clickbait. It's real and I use it a lot. So let's get to the board right here. This technique is very simple, but it needs some explanation behind it because it can be a little bit confusing. And this technique is the best for people who want clarity, confidence, and especially new ideas. I use this a lot to get the clear path of the next things I'm gonna do, and also to get some cool new ideas for videos, for products, for whatever. And when you see the title, you're gonna ask, what do I mean with doing nothing? Is this about watching TikToks all day? No. I mean, I use TikTok sometimes, I scroll so I can get new ideas, but not really about watching YouTube, watching TikTok, that type of nothing. What I mean with doing nothing is actually staring at the ceiling. Oh boy, let's get to it. Sometimes me and you and everyone starts to feel all over the place, like very lost, especially if you're a business owner or if you're on a self-improvement journey. It's very easy to get lost. And when you feel lost, you'll keep investing and investing and investing in the wrong stuff because you don't even know what you're doing. You're lost, you don't know the clear path to victory. I mean, no one knows, but you definitely don't know because your head is all over the place and you don't feel that clarity that, okay, I need to do this, this, and this. This is my input list. I need to do these tasks, so then the output can come. That doesn't happen because you're thinking about 1,000 things instead of thinking of 3 things. Okay? And it feels so wrong because if you're investing in the wrong things and flying around, it really looks like you're a fly with food on the table. You don't even know where you're gonna go. You're just flying around and going crazy when actually you're doing absolutely nothing. So this technique is gonna put you in the right place. And finally you will stop and start thinking about the right things. The thoughts in your head are gonna be much clearer, are gonna have so much more quality comparing to what you're having right now. So let me start by explaining time relativity. Everyone knows a little bit about this. Everyone has the Einstein theory that the woman Time relativity is as simple as this. Things that make you feel good go by fast. Let's say you're in a party. Let's say you're surfing. Let's say you're doing your favorite thing. Time is gonna go fast so quick that you don't even notice it. But when you're doing something that sucks, absolutely sucks, you're doing something like you're at work, you're doing chores for your boss or whatever, it feels like time stretches and bro, 1 hour feels like 5. Yeah, everyone goes through that. I don't even need to say this is a new thing because it's not. It's so simple and everyone knows about this. Thing is that if you spend all day on TikTok, time's gonna go fast real quick and you're gonna come to me and say, Alex, I don't have any time. No, you have it. You're just using it on things that make time go faster. That's why this technique is so important. This is gonna make time stretch, and that time stretch is gonna allow you to think about the right things. So let's get to the point exactly. Doing nothing, the term I'm using in this video, is basically you sitting your ass in bed. Okay, sitting in bed. Everything off, no music, no nothing, and you are going to think. Think, using your brain. Okay? For example, you're gonna visualize, you're gonna plan, you're gonna go much deeper in your brain and soul. because there's nothing around you. There's no noise, there's no music, there's no distractions, there's no TikTok. It's only you and your soul. So you can start thinking and feeling properly. Because when in this world of a whole social media thing, and you spend your whole day getting influenced by these things, you never actually take a time to be with yourself. You never take time to be with yourself. You're either at work with your clients, at work with your boss, in the car with the artist you're listening to music. You're either with the guys at the gym, or you're with your wife or with your mom at home. You're never actually alone. And when you have time alone, you go to TikTok, spending time with the TikTokers. What? All right, and you're gonna say, yo, Alex, but this is like meditating. Yeah, exactly. This is the real way of meditating. When you hear those guys, oh yeah, I meditate every day after I wake up. Bro, that's like shallow technique. Because after you wake up, your brain is still messed up. You're not clear. You're gonna start dreaming. You're gonna start flying around again. You're gonna go in such a crazy journey that it's not really gonna give you that much benefit. So I actually like to meditate when I'm the most awakened, like in the middle of the afternoon, with the light hitting me. Like I'm so awake that every thought I'm gonna have is about things that are really important. Instead of me dreaming about, oh, surfing, I'm so sleepy. You know what I mean? When you just wake up and you start dreaming a little bit. Yeah? And about this technique, there's a simple catchphrase. It's the more raw, the better. Because if you start adding some crazy stuff, oh, I need some smell so I can smell and really connect to my soul. What? What are you talking about? Bro, the rawer, the better. Why would you light up some incense or a candle or whatever? Are you stupid? I mean, I love candles, I love incense, but if you want to meditate, screw the smell. Whatever, that doesn't matter. Go raw. Just you and your ceiling. And you start thinking. Okay? No BS, no music, no smell, no nothing. No distractions. And of course, I'm talking about all this, but the first question that should come to your mind is, but Alex, how is this powerful? How is this gonna make me any money? I could talk about myself. I could talk about all the ways I did this and I got some crazy ideas that made me money. I could talk about the way that this was so important to me that I do this in a weekly basis. Every time I feel, okay, I'm starting to fly around like a fly, let me come back to earth, let me stay inside my soul and really think about the important things. I could talk about that, but I'm actually gonna give you a big ass example of the most important guy that used a similar technique that literally became one of the best by doing it. Salvador Dali. If you don't know him, he's one of the greatest artists of all time. Not music, but painting. He had his own crazy, bizarre style that no one really understood. Here's a picture of one of his artworks. Do you even understand what's happening? No one does. And actually, not even him. You want to know how he got his ideas? I feel like not everyone knows about this, and it's so interesting. He laid up in bed I don't know if I'm gonna manage to explain this properly. He laid up in bed. So the arm was hanging out of the bed with a spoon, with a metal spoon in his hand. And underneath it, on the floor, there was a metal tray. So what would happen is, he would start falling asleep. And when he actually fell asleep, he dropped the spoon because he didn't have any more strength. The spoon would drop and it would make the loudest noise. Bang! You know? And that would make him wake up again. Now, this cycle, you're gonna think, okay, this guy's crazy. This guy's absolutely crazy. But not really. It's actually something like genius. Right before he fell asleep, he would see these things, these crazy things, and then the spoon dropping would wake him up. So he would wake up just knowing exactly what he saw, and then he would paint it. So what you actually see in Salvador's paintings is just what he saw in his dreams. Isn't it fascinating? And he used this technique to paint a lot of stuff. Just go to sleep, put the spoon. Oh, I fell asleep. The spoon dropped. You wake up. If you had any images or anything cool to paint, you would. And the best way to explain this is, you're going to be so fresh out of the dream that you're going to know exactly what to paint or exactly how the image was. You know, when you wake up and you're like, bro, this dream was so important, I want to remember it for the rest of my life. And in 2 minutes, you forgot about it. Yeah, that's another point. And I'm going to talk about this in a minute. I just need you to understand that that is the power of the human brain. And every day you can use it, but you don't. You have all that power inside your brain. You can have the best ideas, you can have everything, but you just don't. You just go to TikTok. This whole process that I'm gonna show you, it takes around 20 minutes maximum. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it so you can copy. Okay? Let's get to it. First step, get clean and comfortable. Take a bath, do all the chores you need, so you don't get any distractions from your environment. Because if you start meditating and you need to wash the dishes, you're going to be thinking about washing the dishes. You are not going to feel comfortable enough. You're not going to zone in enough, because you're going to feel like, bro, I have to wash the dishes. Bro, I have to wash the dishes. So the more you can relax and think, okay, this is my time to chill and really think about stuff. That's the best. If you do it on a crazy environment with kids screaming around watching TikTok, just like my neighbor is doing right now, you're never gonna think about the things properly. Step 2, sit your ass in bed. Do I need to explain this? Step 3, start thinking about the things that bother you the most. So when I go meditating, I usually go meditating with a purpose. Usually it's business, because I don't feel like I need meditating for more than business, okay? Since I am a faithful man, if I need to think about my relationship, if I need to think about my life or whatever, I use prayer instead of meditation. So meditation for me is 99% business. So I usually start thinking about what bothers me the most. So, I can't make this video properly, I really need to think. So then I start thinking and organizing my thoughts and making this in a way that in 5 minutes, which seems like a long time when you're doing this, I'm gonna have the crispiest idea I could have. I'm gonna be like, oh, yo, that's it. That's the power of it, okay? So, step 3, start thinking about the things that bother you the most. And step number 4, this is like very simple. gather the best ideas and note them. The importance of noting is just about the same as the importance of talking about your dream just after you woke up. Because just like a dream that goes away in 5 minutes, whether it was the best or the worst dream, you're just gonna forget it. The same thing happens with the best ideas, especially when you're meditating like this. You're gonna be in a whole nother thing, and when you lock into, okay, I had the best idea ever, you will maybe and probably forget that idea in a moment. So the most important thing is to note all the ideas. Grab a pen and paper. That's the best way, because if you grab your phone, you're going to be distracted. Grab a pen and paper and write the idea down. Bro, it's so simple and it's so effective, so powerful. And this is exactly what it means to be using your brain to your max potential. Okay? This is leveling up your thinking game. You're literally becoming smarter because you're starting to rely on your brain, on the unlimited power you have, because you're a super intelligent being. And stop relying on TikTokers that say a bunch of BS that you're gonna believe somehow, and stop relying on ChatGPT, which is just data and a model and models and robots. Bro, the human brain has a limited power, so start using it. You will see that 15 minutes doing this takes a long time. It's gonna feel like a whole hour, okay? And you can even put a timer on your phone, 15 minutes, drop it out there, and you start thinking. You're gonna see that those 15 minutes felt like a long time, they felt valuable. If you spend 15 minutes on TikTok or watching this YouTube video, you're gonna see that it flies away. It just flies by. It's so quick that you didn't even notice, and you just threw away 15 minutes. Of course, you're watching this video, it's gonna help you gain more time, but you know what I mean. Being on social media is like cancer. And I use social media a lot. I'm gonna end this video, I'm gonna spend like half an hour on social media. Just posting stuff, watching reels, getting distracted and whatever. But you're gonna see it's so fast, the 15 minutes, and you're gonna say, yo, but 15 minutes is actually fast either way, so I'm gonna meditate in 15 minutes, it's gonna be so quick. Bro, 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes. But well used 15 minutes are gonna be so much more valuable, and it's gonna feel like a long, long time. Just like you do feel like it's a long time at work or at university. Exactly. Man, this is the infinite time glitch. And you can use it as many times as you want. You can do the variables, you can do adjustments, you can do your routine as you just imagine. Just use your imagination. Okay, I'm gonna now start meditating at night, watching the stars in the nature. Bro, that's awesome. That is such an upgrade from sitting in your bed. Being in nature, your environment is starting to help you. It's nature, it's the sound of the trees that it's not bothering you. Watching the stars, which is so peaceful, and there's no noise, there's no kids running around, there's no guys watching TikTok. There's nothing. So you can always get better and implement this strategy in different ways. And this is the infinite time glitch. If you need more time, oh Alex, I need more time in my day. Just use this 15 minutes, just sacrifice TikTok for 15 minutes, bro. And you're gonna see that you're gonna get an hour of time. Yeah, you sacrifice 15 minutes, you're gonna gain an hour of valuable time. And I'm gonna share this routine in a document. I'm gonna write a document and I'm gonna share this with you so that you can use it and apply it. And I'm gonna give it to you for free. You just have to DM me on Insta, DM me like meditation on Insta, yeah? And then you're gonna come here to the comments and tell me if it was worth it or not. Okay? Do we have a deal? Yeah, totally free. I don't care. I'm gonna share it because it's so cool and so important. And I really want you to get to your best version. And of course, if you are willing to invest in yourself and to invest in your self-improvement journey, you can always join the Jack of All Trades program. Me and you, we're gonna work together towards your goals. And we work on a system that focuses on four main things: your body, your social life, your money, your business or your career, and the aesthetics. So your aspect, your presence, for you to become the best version of yourself. I have a couple of spots still available, so if you want to join, just DM me Weaponize on Insta, or if you want to book a call and we'll directly talk to each other, we'll book a meeting. I'm the one who shows up to the meetings. You can book it down below. I love you guys. I really hope you take value from this video, because if you didn't take value, this video was for nothing. But I really hope you did. DM me on Insta for you to get the free document. When I post this video, it's already available. So yeah, love you guys. Stay safe.